Hi, this is Taria Pope. I'm making a video of our garden. So I'm going to start in the front here, and this is just all raw and vulnerable with all of our warts and ugliness showing. So I live in northern Utah, close to Park City, and last year we converted our front yard area into more of a xeriscape space. So these 6 beds here are not dug hugels, they're just kind of a modified above ground. So they've got some sticks and wood chips and grass and manure and leaves and dirt all layered in. So there's 6, and you'll see with these trees, they only get probably about 3 hours of sunlight a day. So we are getting these trees trimmed. That might change how much they get. So the idea with these was to have kind of more of a landscape permaculture, pollinator, flowers mixed in with vegetables. We are in the process of tapping into the sprinkler system to get them watered. Our 2 big problems gardening up here are the long winters. Our last frost is typically mid-June. Our first frost is typically first or second week of September. That is not a bed, that's just a jump that my son made. This area right here, big sunny area right now, nothing but just some mulch. This is yet another above ground hugel, I guess you could call it, which is like mini hugels. These are 2 large below ground hugels. So they go down about 6 feet. And then as you can see, 2 or 3 feet above ground. We had the hoops in the one trying to do a winter garden with garden plastic. That didn't really work well. But along this back fence, so these areas are more of our hardcore garden area. I would guess they're 12 to 15 feet in length, about 5 feet wide. And they pretty much get sun all day long during the summer. This area back here, we're still debating on raspberry bushes, maybe, something. Might be easier if I just keep walking this way so I don't. This is where all of the leftovers went. So we've got a pile of manure, piles of sticks, and still trying to figure out how we're going to manage what goes here and how to move things through. We have a huge pile of leaves that we used to insulate the chickens over the winter. This back area is last tier. We'll move the chicken trailer and plant some potatoes underneath there, but this area is really just a dilapidated free zone for the kids. Eventually we'd like to make it beautiful and have things growing. We do have a plum tree. It doesn't give us very many plums, but we're working on that. We have a friend who's come and helped us with that, with pruning. And then over back here, we are hoping to make this a patio sitting area with, like my dream would be to have this be a little like a, I don't know if outdoor living room is it, but maybe a pergola with grapes and just a nice area where we can hang out. My husband wants to use the patio there, but as you can see, we've got the basketball hoop and the kids just use that. So we actually own about a third of this field back here that's just between the houses. This shed here is ours, and that shed, and then it probably goes about a third of that field. Right now this is simply an area where the kids come and play. We have a deal with a neighbor who has free water rights because water is a challenge. I think I didn't finish that thought earlier. The 2 big problems we have where I live are the long winter, short growing season, and then water. So it gets super hot in the summers. Over here, we have this little spot where I've thought of maybe putting something along. This just gets so warm. Anywhere where there is a building and some heat, I'm trying to plant things if I can. And then along this fence line, we've had really great success with peas. This year, I'm not sure. We might do corn. I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna do there. This is just a really dilapidated area. But this box, not a hugel. This is where the peppers are going this year. And whatever goes well with peppers will go there too. This is a fig tree that died. And then we've come around, we've made a U shape. This is the first hugel that we made. This is one we did by hand. And we just discovered that no matter how deep you go, there are rocks here. We're on a riverbed of some kind, or rock bed. So this hugel only goes down about 3 feet. We didn't use the excavator for this. And right now I have tomatoes and onions in it. And then these are our berries. These hugels right here go down probably about 4 to 5 feet deep. They're also about 15 feet long, 3 to 4 feet, no, 4 to 5 feet wide. I'm not really sure. I keep planting strawberries here and hoping this year they work. We've got onions. My dream here and in between those other hugels is to get some kind of tunneling, some kind of like cattle panel tunnels, so I can grow the melons and the cucumbers and the vining things above. Then right here is where we'll move all those berries. We'll just straighten this out. So this is the southwest corner of our property. So I try to plant, I'll come around the other side, you can see. I try to plant every warm, loving thing I can here. This is coming, kind of come full circle. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 really deep hugels, and then one like 3 feet deep. Some of the problems that we've run into is getting mulch to stay on the hugels as they slope, and we're again still trying to figure out the watering. So yeah, this again, we'll just flatten this area out and either put boxes or go ahead and just move the containers as they are for this year. And then we've come around for full circle to the front.